Hammerhead on the beat, bitch.
Oh yeah, now it's time for my second case. The cross of champion Chachi. I'm gonna let you know what I mean by this. When I'm talking about Chachi or champion Chachi, I'm talking about none other than last man standing's champion Chachi. Chachi was bred by Carl Cruz, owner of course last man standing, condition weight 45 pound, female, chain weight 50 pounds. This dog, the reason why I am highlighting this animal today on this court session is because of a lack in so much of a word of this was a cross back in the day that was much, rumored, talked about, there was some rumblings. There were more than just this one bred up by Carl Cruz when he took Buddy. Maybe I can help you understand better when we get into the pedigree of this animal. This animal was sired by Buddy, or Cruz's Buddy, who was off of Boudreaux's Skull being off of Maverick, bred to Boudreaux's Rita. Buddy's dam was Boudreaux's Tootie, who was out of Boudreaux's Boss and Boudreaux's Minnie Mouse. Now we know Minnie Mouse is also the dam of Boudreaux's Reno. So, good dogs here. Boss and Minnie Mouse, both out of Maverick. So a heavy Maverick male bred to Cruz Pretty Girl is the dam of Chachi. Cruz Pretty Girl is out of Cruz Yellow 3, who is out of Burn Stumpy, and Cruz's Gladys 3. Gladys 3 is out of Yellow, bred to Tance Ruby 3. Okay. Pretty Girl's dam is Burn Sally. Sally is out of Grand Champion Gaines JR, which is a brother to the Yellow and Champion Sassy, of course, out of Yellow and Miss Jocko. Yellow John and Miss Jocko. Bred to Cruz Wiggles 3, who is out of Cruz Wiggles 2, out of Tance Rojo POR and Chavis's Wiggles. Okay, so this is a straight up 50-50, if you want to call it that, in the sense of two different worlds colliding to make this specimen of an animal. Heavy bullets and Midnight Cowboy on the top side through Skull and Maverick by way of Grand Champion Herman, etc., etc. Bred into heavy Grand Champion Yellow John Jocko bred animals, because they had both Yellow and JR on the bottom side. So those are two Grand Champion brothers right there, out of Yellow John to Miss Jocko. A lot of people don't know Miss Jocko used to be called Maul before Tant got her. Her name was Maul. But anyway, I digress. So I wanted to look at this animal, and I wanted to bring this animal before the Bulldog community, not necessarily for an unsung, although she could be considered. And if you would like to consider her as one of those candidates to be put in the archive of the unsung champions and grand champions, please let me know in the comments. And please also let me know in the Bulldog Court Live After Show or the comments. If you're on the replay game, feel free to leave that, drop a line, and let me know whether or not you think this dog should be considered for the archive of the unsung champions and grand champions. Now, we will kind of dip into her offspring. Let us see. We're going to look into this. So when I'm looking at her offspring, I see a GATBs, good as the best bow POR. So she did produce a producer, but I'm not seeing where there were several other dogs that were successful, although she was bred to some what looks like some outstanding dogs, good as the best champion Big Head Boy, which is one of the ones I had planned on doing today. For today's show, we'll probably do it next week on Big Head Boy. Full Force Kennels champion Co-Chiefs, champion Heisman, 4-time winner, which I have did a random thoughts and opinions on champion Heisman and the way that he's bred. Excellent bred animal. And real recognized real and last man standings Echo, 2-time winner, 1-time loser. These are the ones that she was bred to. So she was bred to some animals that had, very good track records. But I'm not seeing where the success came thereafter. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe there should be somebody, other than GATB's Bo, POR, who went on to produce. I'm not seeing where the performance was there for her offspring, even though she was bred to some really, really good animals. Some were compatible, some were outcrosses. But sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles, unless somebody can tell me different in the chat. And that's what the chat is all about. And the Bulldog community is all about. Maybe, some things, may squeak through the cracks and not, make it in front of somebody to hear or to their ear. You can let them know, hey, no, that was not true. This one, that one was this and that. And that one, this one was really this and that. And there we have it. So I'm going to leave this right here just to look at and study this. Like I said, I'm going to let you do your own due diligence to look up other dogs that came off of Buddy that Carl Cruz bred, the late Carl Cruz, who's now passed on, and how he was able to breed this Son of Skull into his yellow line of dogs, and Carl Cruz's Rocky line, heavy yellow John, Jocko type stuff, bred that into the Skull or Maverick lines to come up, with some very, very good animals. I think that's a cross that Maverick Red Boy Jocko cross might be a slept on one, or that Midnight Cowboy Red Boy Jocko cross might be a slept on one. But nevertheless, I'm going to leave this right here for you all. I look forward to your comments. I look forward to your commentary. So for the case of the cross of champion Chachi, this case is now dismissed. Now, this is the segment of the show we call Bench Warrant. Now, for this week's Bench Warrant, the Bench Warrant goes to those people who put a cap on top of a cap. I mean, it already was some cap. Everybody knew it was some cap. Somewhere in there, maybe can't point it out directly, but we knowing that everything in the water ain't clean. But this particular person or people, this type of person, just insist on putting his own cap on top of what was already cap. He got to stir it to your story. He got to remix to it and a remodeling of, now some kind of way he was there or standing by the way, or my granddaddy was there and he saw it, Papa or whoever you want to call it. They was there. But knowing full doggone well, you weren't even thought about it. Your folks weren't even thought about it. When all that occurred in some kind of way, you done mixed it. You don't want to put yourself in the story. The cap on top of cap. You know what? I got a few questions. All that line on top of line. It was already a lie anyway. Line on top of it. They put a lie on top of it. I guess he said shoot. It's already tore up. So let me just go and finish tearing all the way down, I guess. But anyway, come here. I got a few questions for you. I want to know a few things. Hold on, let me put this light in your face. I hope you start sweating instantly. Capper. You know what I'm saying? Double cap. Lord have mercy. So this does it for this segment of Bench One.